weeknights 8, 7 Central. The Weather Channel, primed for excitement.
A messy commute in the east as winter storm pushes through the mid-Atlantic. It's moved out now, but what's behind it?
Winter and spring will collide in a hybrid storm that over 65 million people will feel. Snow, rain, tornadoes. What weather could you see?
It's an earthquake. Get under the tables.
A developing tragedy in New Zealand as a strong earthquake strikes. Dozens are dead. Hundreds are still trapped or missing. We'll have the latest information next on Day Planner, which begins right now.
Continuing coverage now on a big international story this hour, the deadly New Zealand earthquake. Thanks for watching Day Planner. I'm Nick Walker.
And I'm Marie LaRosa. The scene in Christchurch, New Zealand is like something you'd see in a movie. People trapped under collapsed buildings sending messages to the outside as rescuers with dogs scrambled to save them. You can see that the epicenter of this earthquake was in Christchurch and registered at a 6.3 magnitude. Here's the very latest. The Prime Minister describes the scene as, quote, utter devastation. At least 65 people are dead, at least 100 reportedly buried in rubble. This latest disaster comes on the heels of a 7.1 magnitude earthquake in September. A state of emergency has been declared. Thousands of people have moved into temporary shelters at schools and community halls. Power has been lost by roughly 80% of the residents. Now, earlier this morning, we spoke with the journalist Philip Duncan in Auckland about reports that the death toll is expected to climb in the coming days and how that's impacting the nation as a whole.
It's just amazing how an earthquake that was actually smaller on the Richter scale has caused just so many deaths in such a small city. I mean, Christchurch is only home to about 370,000 people. So a death toll of this magnitude is just overwhelming, not only for them, but for us up in the northern part of New Zealand, up in Auckland.
We will continue to follow this story and bring you much more throughout the hour. Nick?
Well, here at home, there is a lot of new snow in the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic. Here's an eyewitness photo sent in by Jason Goodman Dunmore in Philadelphia, showing the half a foot of new snow there. That brings Philadelphia's total for the season above 40 inches, 27 inches above average. Well, the snow came after getting a taste of 60-degree temperatures on Friday. Now, the snow-weary Mid-Atlantic and Northeast residents are digging out from the latest blast of winter. The Weather Channel's Jennifer Natoso reports.
1 minute it's warm, next minute it's freezing.
Just 3 days after getting a long-awaited warm spell, the sights and sounds of winter made a comeback for millions of people in the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast.
I actually thought we was rid of it for a while, but I guess they said we're gonna get it one more time.
It is still February, but that's no comfort to the winter weary who enjoyed temperatures in the 60s on Friday.
I'm tired of it. I'm ready to move on. Spring's coming.
Crazy out here. The wind's whipping around. We're trying to keep up on the shoveling, and we can't quit.
Pittsburgh even set a new daily snow record. For February 21st, that is. 7.9 inches fell Monday. In Montgomery County, Maryland, steady rain quickly turned to freezing rain, setting the stage for another nightmare commute on Tuesday.
All of our folks are out on the emergency and secondary routes. We will be salting and sanding the roads and getting the major roads ready for the morning rush hour.
It's all become a tired, worn-out routine.
Nice people have been trying to push us up, and it's just not helping.
We did manage to find one person still thrilled with snow, a tourist from sunny Costa Rica.
No, I like the little thingies coming down. Look at this. It's really pretty.
I'm Jennifer Natoso, the Weather Channel.
Somehow I don't think that guy pushing his car thinks it's so pretty. 6 inches of new snow there in Philadelphia, only 3.2 at Baltimore. Harrisburg picked up 5 inches. Altoona, though, saw 7.3 and 8 inches there in Pittsburgh. That was a record for the day. Look at Newcastle with 9 inches of snowfall. Still just a little bit coming down in some places. Just here into western portions of Pennsylvania, we could see a bit more into the evening hours around Pittsburgh. I don't think we're going to see much in the way of accumulation with any of this into West Virginia. Virginia, Ohio, even back into Indianapolis. You saw light snow continuing to fall here into the afternoon hours. But look at all the winter weather advisories, the winter storm watches and warnings here around the northwestern United States. From western Washington over into Idaho and even into the northern Rockies, we anticipate seeing some heavy snowfall. We'll continue to see that here in the Oregon Cascades, into the Siskiyous, into the Sierra Nevada over the next few days, and probably even around Seattle and Portland. We're going to pick up anywhere between, say, 3 and 5 inches of snow. Pretty unusual for this area. As a matter of fact, last time you saw as much as 3 inches of snowfall here in the Seattle area this late in the season was all the way back in 1989. All right, we've got another area of low pressure coming into the southwest that's eventually going to make its way up into the southwest and southern plains. And then as we get this system coming in with this clash of warm, moist air to the south and very cold air toward the north, we could see some severe weather, damaging winds, maybe even an isolated tornado. Maria?
We're just getting started. Still ahead on Day Planner. Flash of the season storm. We've tracked that. And for the second time in less than 6 months, New Zealand is hit by a strong earthquake. This time it's deadly. An update on the destruction is coming up when Day Planner continues.
We're affected on a daily basis by whatever happens in the world. And the price of fuel, price of grain.
Pollution. That's going to be a big challenge.
Every year there's a few more regulations.
Yeah, somehow we're going to have to farm this land.
At Case IH, we're helping farmers be ready for the challenges ahead with equipment like tractors that emit 90% less emissions while increasing the power to get the job done. Will you be ready?
We're ready.
Visit CaseIHDeals.com for great deals and a location near you.
Excuse me. Your change. It's nice to know you can trust people. State Farm is counting on it. They want you to talk to your neighbors, then call a State Farm agent, find out how you can get discounts up to 40%. See, State Farm insures 40 million drivers. That's more than Geico and Progressive combined. 40 million drivers, more savings, and discounts up to 40%. So call an agent at 1-800-STATE-FARM or go online.
Is keeping your floors clean a constant struggle? Now, the Mint Automatic Floor Cleaner does the sweeping and mopping for you. Simply attach a wet or dry cleaning cloth, such as Swiffer brand. Then press run and you're done. Mint thoroughly sweeps up dirt and pet hair. It cleans baseboards and corners and easily mops through dirt and grime. With Mint, your floors are always clean, automatically.
The convenience of just pushing a button and having it go while I'm gone is wonderful.
Available now at Bed Bath & Beyond.
Navigating today's real estate market is complicated. You've seen the signs. That's why having the right real estate agent is more important than ever. At RE/MAX.com, you can find experts in short sales or bank-owned properties or commercial real estate. Agents who can help speed up the process no matter how intricate. And that's good news, whether you're trying to sell or hoping to buy. Because the only sign you really want to see is sold. Nobody sells more real estate than RE/MAX. Visit RE/MAX.com today.
Weeknights 8, 7 Central, the Weather Channel, primed for excitement. And now, your local on the 8s.
was stuck in traffic for like 2 hours.
We're going to have to work harder and harder to keep the roads clear.
People have been trying to push us up, and it's just not helping.
Well, you know, you need to help one another in a situation like that. You're going to have to dig out a little bit more as we get through the day, leaving behind at least a half a foot of snow in some places. Other places here north of D.C. got up to 7 inches, although D.C. itself only picked up about ½ of an inch of snowfall. Still a little bit left to fall, just sort of on the tail end of this system, coming into West Virginia, western Pennsylvania, back into Ohio. And you can't really see it on the radar, but Indianapolis has been picking up just a few little flurries throughout much of the day. Even Chicago's Midway Airport has been reporting snow major part of the day as well. But again, it's very, very lightly falling. It will be more than lightly falling here around the Cascades of Washington and Oregon. And even by the time we get into tomorrow afternoon, we're going to see more down into Seattle and Portland. Had a little thunder snow earlier north of Seattle around Everett. Maria?
On the radar this hour, the Minnesota State Patrol is investigating a crash that killed a mother and her 2 daughters at an icy intersection. It happened last night about 7 o'clock. A state trooper in St. Cloud, Minnesota, was on the scene responding to a multi-car pileup on Interstate 94 Monday, and he was inside his squad car when it was hit by a semi-truck. However, this is the second of 2 accidents. A different trooper was hit standing outside of his car on Sunday while responding to a crash on I-394. Amazingly, both men sustained only minor injuries. A massive rock slide slammed into a mountainside south of Nashville Monday. The boulders blew down overnight, littering the road with 23,000 tons of sandstone. The rock was part of a huge rock face known as Hanging Rock. The mess is more than a maintenance crew can handle, so contractors are helping clear the road out, a process which could take up to 3 weeks. And drama on Mount Hood when a snowboarder from Virginia became stranded during a whiteout. KGWTV's Scott Burton reports.
A helicopter, a hoist, and an expert crew. It was a National Guard rescue effort that plucked 27-year-old Brantley Acree from the southwest slopes of Mount Hood.
I was trying to get up to Hogsback, and just the cloud line came in.